Hi all, very good evening to all of you. Very warm welcome, Chaitanya, Praveen, everyone. Very warm welcome and great to see all of you over here. मार्केट्स में चल क्या रहा है, रुक ही नहीं रहा है. यहाँ से जो ट्रेंड शुरू हुआ है, फिलहाल there is no reversal. In the morning, there was an attempt where we thought that there is possibly a reversal from that Gann level of 16,704 का हाई बनाया मार्केट ने. And from there, we saw the dip around 50-60 points coming down, not 60, in fact, nearly 80 points that we saw it coming on the downside. लेकिन फिर भी, if you check there was buying that emerged later on, and then the markets continue to move on the upside. So ऐसे में चलते हुए मार्केट को ट्रेड कैसे करना है, क्या देखना है? Are you keeping watch on what's happening with Bank Nifty is showing a lot of strength, in fact, and that's very promising strength that we saw on Bank Nifty, which is behaving very strongly. लेकिन निफ्टी का की लेवल कौन सा है? Now closing is just around that Gann level of that we discussed. Do you remember we talked about the level of 16,706 much before this is achieved today. लेकिन ये जो मूव आया लास्ट 3 दिन में, how it has happened, there is not much of an opportunity to enter. If you entered early, it's okay. Otherwise, opportunity nahi tha market mein. So do you have that feeling of fear of missing out? How many of you have that feeling कि यार market का trend पूरा पूरा यहाँ से 600-700 पॉइंट का रैली हो गया, लेकिन strong emotion है कि यार पैसा नहीं बना पाए? हुआ ऐसा आपके साथ? Okay, so don't worry, there are many जिसके साथ में ऐसा हुआ है in this type of a market when there is a big gap up and then sideways and continue to drift higher. There is not much of opportunity. So if you give away into that fear, in that emotion, if you give away into that fear and emotion, you are going to lose some money. That is for sure. Even if you didn't make, that is okay. At least you didn't lose your capital. बहुत important है, did it fit in your trade setup? If not, it's fine. That's how you have to do it. Or you might want to possibly sell put options and ride the trend, or wait for some breakouts to happen and then possibly buy the stocks and trade in this kind of a market. This is a rotational buying going on. FMCG is the preferred flavor I've been saying since some time, and you can clearly see ITC is going up sharply. So all about this entire trend is clearly we are seeing an up move. I'm saying about the bigger downtrend, but market rallied by more than 600 points. I think I have clarified that enough number of times. अगर आप 18,600 से देखोगे जो मार्केट ने टॉप बनाया था अक्टूबर 2021 में, just go and check the chart. Did it come down one way towards the low of 15,190, or there was a fall, then a rise again of 1,000 points, a fall again, a rise of 1,000 points? So why are you people so much worried and stick upon that व्यू की यार नीचे का ट्रेंड है, बेयर मार्केट है तो नीचे के ट्रेंड ही जाएगा, ऊपर जा ही नहीं सकता? That's the problem, because you have to change your stand. Okay, you have to understand this very clearly. In past 1 week, I've been tweeting constantly across. Not a single close on the daily time frame has happened below the prior day's low. Constantly, I've been telling that. I mean, even showed on an hourly chart until yesterday that was followed for nearly 18-19 hours. So this is a trend. Whether you call it as a pullback, it's okay, but that's the trend. Once it reverses, we need to get that confirmation of a candle to at least close below the prior candle low on a daily time frame chart. That's a confirmation. यार यहाँ पर at least एक pause हुआ है and we might reverse. So why do you want to be so much worried about 500 points rally हो गया? It's a bear trend. Okay, so चलेंगे आगे देखेंगे. Sanjit, great to see you. I was chatting with you the other day. I understand that clearly. Great to see you here. So it's very interesting scenario. What does the Gann level suggest? What it is going to happen and how you have to behave from here on, and all of those things उस पे चर्चा करेंगे. So a very warm welcome to all of you. What I'm trying to tell you is that this is a market on a Viagra dose. If a market is on a Viagra dose, you don't stop it. Let it go until it gets tired and fatigued. That's how you have to trade this kind of markets. You have to wait. If you want to short the market, do not try to catch a top. Do not do that. Yeah, intraday you can get opportunities with a good risk reward. 60-70 points ka stop rakhe. Maybe you can get an opportunity for catching reversal on the short side. If it does not work, get out. That's how you can do it. But positionally, you don't short this market right now. There is no sign of exhaustion. The gaps are still not filled, and it's taking support at every fall. Now that we are at the hurdle of 16706, which is the Gann level, let me share across the chart of Gann square of 9 and look at that. Before sharing that chart across, let me also share across my screen here, talking about a channel which looks very promising. लेकिन market just उसके ऊपर ही है. So let me just share the screen now, and people who are there on YouTube, ensure you are able to click on the subscribe button to keep getting these alerts of these webinars that I conduct. And if you want to join me on Zoom, I'm just going to share across. Where is the link gone? I'm just sharing that across with you all in case you want to join on this platform. So I'm going to do that in a second. I'm also going to be sharing across my screen, looking at the markets and how it's going to be clearly sharing across over here. चलिए यहाँ पर देखते हैं overall Nifty का movement क्या है. If you look at this area, this was the gap area. It was at this level. I said that if 16,350, 320, I remember it distinctly, is taken away, then we are headed towards 16,490 odd levels, which is the upper end of the area. Now, after that, the market went sideways and continued to drift higher. So I'm not denying that it is continuing to drift higher. This is the channel which worked extremely well. Now, in this kind of a market, the first thing that you have to do is, if you are in the position, you continue to trail your position. You do not try to catch a top here. What is the important support that we have to look at now? The important support on the downside is the low of 16,520. That's the low which Nifty formed. This is 1 hour chart, and this is the candle. 16,520 is the candle. Now 16,520 breach hoga, followed by 16,480. Then we know that we might again start moving lower. If that happens, if that does not happen, this is the market where you have to be very patient for it to show some kind of a sideways action and a dip, and then again re-entering into the trend for a very short move. You can't really trade positionally now. You have to wait for it. So यहाँ पर है ये levels. Now, if you look at the overall chart, the entire fall, I talked even last time about it. The entire fall actually started based on wave theory. It started from here. But even if it started from here, we clearly are still, look at this fall was such an intense fall that we saw. And compared to that, this rise looks overlapping until now. Now, this is something very strong right now that we are witnessing, which is showing gapping action, and the gaps are not filled. So ये बहुत ही important move है, and यहाँ पर 16,800 का जो level है वो important है. That is what I am going to keep a watch on. If you look at the entire fall, the fall started much earlier. The fall started from 18,000 level towards that 15,190. 90 वो Gann level था. Actual low थोड़ा सा नीचे था. So 18,000 से लेके 15,200, 15,190 तक का जब फॉल आ गया, 3,000 पॉइंट, 3,000 पॉइंट्स का फॉल के वक्त आप 500, 600 पॉइंट, 1,000 पॉइंट का पुल बैक नहीं एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो. मतलब why are you so much on the direction without a confirmation? That's my point I'm trying to make. You never know. Look at these falls that you saw. So what I'm trying to tell you is that you should be open-minded in this market. You should not be closed-minded. Otherwise, you will never make money. Look at this fall. This was like a very intense fall that we saw. And look at the rise here. Crazy rise on the upside. Then look at the fall. Look at each move that has happened since the top of 18,600. This is how it has behaved. So every time, if you are stuck on the wrong side, did not get out, you are just going to kick yourself for it. You need to ensure you have a trade setup. You need to enter, exit correctly. अगर आपने ये सही मायने में नहीं किया तो पैसा नहीं बना सकते मार्केट से. So do not force yourself कि तो नीचे ही जाना चाहिए. I was tweeting the other day, you will not believe, there have been people who will saying कि 17,000, 17,500 तो ऐसे ही आ जाएगा. मतलब I am never so confident, to be very honest. Given the understanding of the market, given that I've been trading for more than a decade, I've never ever been so confident to say कि ये 100% 100% market 17,500 आएगा. मतलब how do people get that confidence? I want to learn from them, to be honest. कि यार कैसे, मतलब I can say 80% 70% probability it might go there, but I can't say 100% probability it might go there. So that's the people who are on tweeting across, and I'm not sure how they do that. So this is a very interesting chart. Let me now go back to the square of 9. Okay, that is on my ME broker screen here. If I look at this chart, this is my ME broker screen. Let's just look at those Gann square of 9 levels. We have done this in much detail in Master of Cycles program. So people who have been a part of that might understand it very clearly. For now, look at the levels: 16,000, 15,190, and look at the low. Are you able to see my screen of Gann that I'm sharing across right now? इसके बाद हम ट्रेड भी डिराइव करेंगे ना आने वाले वीक में क्या करना है. This is the level that you can see as the low formed exactly at 15,190. Remember one thing with Gann, it's never going to be the same level. You need to give 90 points leeway. That's my overall understanding. जो भी level है उसका 80-90 points का leeway आपको देना है. That is important. So give that leeway. Always remember. देखते हैं. Can I say 15,190? Say it went towards 15,688, the next level. Can you see the multiple supports that the prices took around 15,688? Came down, retraced here, and then started its journey towards the upside. So हर time हो क्या रहा है, मतलब ये level को break करता है, retest करता है, and then the upward journey. So it went up, retest of the level, upward journey, went up, came down a bit, and from here sustained here, and then the upward journey. So what do we expect? Goes up, comes down, then we have to see if after coming down, then it can continue to go up. That's the entry that we need, because then we know it will open up the level for the next support or the next level of 17,227. So we are not going to buy positionally. This is, I'm talking from a positional perspective. Okay, so Gann square of 9 will tell you how it is going to be, where is the hurdle. So this is Gann square of 9 levels, and it gives you a clear support and resistance, and along with price action areas. So price action, मतलब कहाँ से reversal हो सकता है? You know, price action is the next fancy word. Everyone wants to be price action trader. अरे बॉस, प्राइस एक्शन ट्रेडर मतलब कैंडल स्टिक आप देख रहे हो, कहां से रिवर्सल है, कहां सपोर्ट है, कौन सा स्विंग है. दैट्स व्हाट द प्राइस एक्शन इज ऑल अबाउट. सो यू कैन क्लियरली अंडरस्टैंड दिस नाउ. सो यहां पर करना क्या है? वी नो 16,800 is the major level, and gap is the way market behaves. यहाँ पर एक गैप था, वो गैप यहाँ पर था, यहाँ मल्टीपल रेजिस्टेंस लिया, नीचे गया, ये गैप यहाँ पर फिल करके जस्ट निफ्टी इज लाइंग राइट देयर. लुक एट दिस लेवल 16,707, एवरेज क्लोज 714 है. वी आर एग्जैक्टली एट द Gann लेवल नाउ. पोजिशनली अगर एग्जिस्टिंग पोजिशंस है लॉन्ग साइड पे, कंटिन्यू टू कैरी दैट. शॉर्ट साइड पे गेट आउट ऑफ इट नाउ. Even if you're losing money, just book and get out of 60, 70, 80 points loss. Does not matter. You need to know when to book losses and get out. And wait for that dip to come in. If the dip goes deeper down, we know, and this is the gap area, we will then know what is the pattern being forming and how it's going to behave. If it comes here and reverses back upside, taking out the high, that's a classic opportunity to enter. For that, you can possibly use time cycle plus Gann. That can give a classic understanding of trading the entire way in which it works. So what I'm going to keep a watch on, यहाँ पे trade कैसे लेना है. First of all, if you see this chart, let me just clear off the screen now. If you see this chart, I'm going to draw a trend line. That's a classic trend line on the downside that we can see. take a parallel to this trend line, वही जो हमने hourly पे देखा, this is the same channel. We are going to take a parallel to this line and plot it from the top. We are just there. It's breaking out. That is what we can see. So I'm not going to come against the trend, despite of the fact that this is a bear market rally. Bear market rally मतलब ये rally होता है. मतलब don't be astonished when I say that. I know many of you might think कैसे possible है. Look at this. Was it not the rally on the upside? Was it not the rally on the upside? That's what we are witnessing again. Na? We are witnessing that kind of a move again on the upside. That's what is going on. So you need to participate in the trend. Now you might think, अरे यार rally यहाँ से already इतना आगे, आप भी कैसे participate करें? So have patience. If you have patience, you wait. You wait for a proper risk-reward trade setup to happen. How will that happen? You wait for some at least a close below the prior candle low. तो इसके बारे में मैं बहुत डिटेल में डिस्कशन करूंगा, अभी नहीं जाऊंगा उस डेप्थ में, बिकॉज टुमारो आई एम कंडक्टिंग अ फ्री वेबिनार अगेन एट 11 for 2 hours. Do you want to be a part of that? I'm going to discuss this candlestick technique plus time cycle, and then you can combine this Gann analysis. It will be simply fantastic. I am just asking you, do you want to be a part of that specific webinar which I'm going to be conducting tomorrow? It's going to be there at 11 a.m. जहां पर हम ये कैंडल के बारे में बहुत डिटेल में चर्चा करेंगे. We will discuss about it in much depth. So if you want, you can simply go. I'm just sharing the link. You can go and register on this link, wavestrategy.com/webinar. My colleague has shared it across. Thanks for doing that. And we will discuss it in much detail there. So क्योंकि तभी टाइम होगा, आज थोड़ा सा रजिस्टर, आज थोड़ा सा जल्दी करना है हमें देखने के लिए, क्योंकि we want to understand the next Gann level. So as per the Gann level, we can clearly see 1706 के आसपास है, क्लोजिंग वहीं पे हुआ है. मंडे नीचे जाएगा कि ऊपर जाएगा, that we do not know. We have to wait. आज का कैंडल लो जो है 16,611 है, 16,610. मंडे अगर उसके नीचे गया, we can say short term pullback towards the low of 16,480 तक आएगा. If on Monday 16,610 break होगा, तो we can see pullback towards 16,000 ये 480. Is it clear? If it then reverses back and takes out the high, you will again have an opportunity to buy. So now Monday will hold the key. Reversal below this will inform us that Gann is working now, and we will get 100-200 points move on the downside. That's how you can trade. From there, if it does not go much lower and reverses back up, you buy. Then we know the Gann level is breaking out, but essentially 16,790 चाहिए, because we have seen in the past how it has behaved. So every time it break above the Gann level, we see a red candle. Do you agree? Let me just show you. It breaks above this and we see a red candle. Breaks above this, we see a red candle with 3-4 days of correction. यहाँ से 3-4 दिन का. So if breaks above this and we see a red candle, if this happens and we see a reversal, that will be a classic opportunity. अगर ऐसा हुआ तो, because this is the area of significance. Area of significance क्या होता है वो कल हम वापस से डिटेल में देखेंगे. So we are going to wait. Are you with me? No more fear of missing out, guys. If you have that fear of missing out, trust me, you will not make money. Markets are here, we are here, I am here. What is there to worry? We just have to wait. If you have patience, things will yield to you. In markets, if you have patience, even if you are intraday trader, if you have patience and you are having perseverance, इसका दो मतलब क्या है? क्या आप वेट कर सकते हो वो अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए जो इतनी इंपॉर्टेंट है, that can literally grab. अगर सही अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलेगी ना, आपको किसी को पूछने की जरूरत नहीं है. If you have your defined trade setup, अगर आपने अपना trade setup define करके रखा है ना कि ऐसा होगा तो ऐसा करना है, ऐसा होगा तो ऐसा करना है, you will not have to ask a single person. I'm telling you, the anxiety or the fear comes out of the fact that you do not know what you have to do. That's the problem. So define your trade setup. use time cycle. I can see so many of my mentees have been doing that exceptionally well. So use that, have patience, and you can literally make money in this market. But only if you are okay to take a loss, only if you are okay to take a hit. If you say nahi bhai aisa 100% hoga, 100% nifty 17,500 आएगा, I don't know what to respond to that. So that's how it is going to be. What is the status of Nifty as per FLD and other things? Uh, we will discuss about it offline in the mentorship Telegram group. And by the way, guys, there are many fake Telegram groups in my name. So ensure that you do not follow any fake Telegram channels. My channel is Ashish Kal Trading Gurukul, और उसके इमेज पे मेरा फोटो है और नंबर भी है. Now someone replicated that and made my image without a number. Now that's how it is. So just be very careful. Do you see the learning there, or do you only see the stock advice like a rocket? So you know, ये जो fake channels होते हैं, how do they function? Let me just tell you that. They will show a call, and उसके बाद में वो कॉल चलने के बाद पोस्ट किया जाता है, by the way, and उसके बाद में rocket दिखाएंगे. So that way you will get wow how it went. But they will never share across the learning, the knowledge, the how it is. So do not fall prey to these kind of things. The Telegram link is shared across by my colleague. So ensure that you are not ending up into a trap of following those fake people who are telling you as a free advice and this and that. Don't do that. You learn and understand that. So let me just share across my screen where you can see the Telegram channel, and we have already launched complaints against these channels. We have launched even a complaint in cybercrime against them, but let's see what happens. So this is the Telegram channel, which is my channel. Ensure it has a phone number mentioned here with a clear distinction, registration, and all of those things. So ensure you, and not only this channel, any channel that you follow on Telegram, it's my earnest request, it's your hard-earned money, do not fall into this trap where people are trying to fool you. So this is the correct channel. Ensure if you join this channel, you join the one which is the phone number and nearly 9,500 subscribers on this one. So do that. And iske saath mein, I'm going to be taking a few questions, but I'm not going to be doing that in detail. Let me ask. This indicator is not available on TradingView. Gann square of 9 ka indicator hai. I tried, but I'm not sure if it is working well. So that's the indicator. They may use your channel name, but how they met the skills and knowledge. Thank you for that, Bhavesh. Really pleasure. Wave 2 ending and wave 3 started. No, not really. I don't think that is exit in intraday. Narendra is making money. That is fantastic. So I've done that. What is alternation? That's about master of wave sessions. I'm not going to do that. Let me just very quickly also talk about the mentorship program. So I'm just going to stop sharing here. We are having a mentorship which is starting by the start of next week. Sorry, by the Saturday of next week, which is on 30th July, and it's going to be fantastic. So if you want to be a part of that mentorship program, you can simply register yourself on the mentorship link my colleague will share across, which will cover everything you want to know about markets, how to trade, looking at time, wave theory, जो भी मैंने सीखा है last 15 साल में as a trader. I will share that across with each one of you with time as the key focus. Okay, that is very, very important. And I'm going to take a very quick poll. The link will be shared across just a second. And I'm going to take a poll if you want to be a part of becoming an expert trader. This is the poll. The link is shared across. You can simply go on that link and register yourself. So thanks for sharing that across. Fantastic, guys. And meanwhile, I'm taking just one or two more questions. How to check the square of 9 levels? Asha, we have done that in much detail in Master of Cycles with the mathematics on how to check it. यहाँ पर on Friday at 4 webinar, it's more towards application of those learnings that I share across and the way I see the market. I have the right to be wrong. So that's what we are doing here right now. And the another question is how you arrived at Gann levels. It's a 180-degree angle, Vijay. So as I said, it's being discussed in the Master of Cycles program, and it's a much detailed technique. So I can't really help you to explain in this short webinar. कल करेंगे ना discussion. So do you want to be following me on time and other things? So tomorrow we will meet again at 11 a.m. Are you in for that, everyone? We will talk about simple candlestick techniques. Plus, we will combine the tadka of time. Okay, and we will look at those things. And by the way, guys, I'm not sure if I shared this across last weekend. I won the CNBC Awas Khilari #1 again last weekend. So it is the not consecutive, 4 wins in 5 times. So 3 consecutive wins. I lost once, and I again won one more time. So 5 बार में 4 victory on CNBC as a Khiladi #1 is what I did, which means कुछ तो चलता है यार market में. Otherwise you can't be winning so many times. And I've been playing for quite some time. I've been winning a lot more. So ये सब techniques चलती है. So ensure that you are following that, and you are going to look at those things in a much detailed fashion, and you are going to be looking at it very clearly, how to go about trading, how to go about learning, क्योंकि ये techniques जो मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ works extremely well. So ensure that you are just not trying to play around with these techniques without understanding the complete science of it. Okay, so understand the complete science of it, and then you will simply love it, and you will enjoy the ride with me. That's how it has to be. So I'm going to end the poll very quickly. See you tomorrow for this session at 11 a.m. It's going to be very interesting, and have a wonderful day. Ashish Gal signing off. Thank you very much.